Hey guys, how's it going? I'm here bringing you another EX Plus analysis video. Don't forget that in the video's description you can find a playlist of my previous EX Plus analysis video and a playlist of my tier list videos starting from January 2020. For this video, I'll talk about Lightning and Shadow, and at the end of the analysis there's going to be a should you pull section giving you my recommendation on pulling or not. I'm going to go over their strengths and weaknesses, as well as which artifacts you should be aiming for, and finally if they are worth investing and how much you should invest in them. Before we begin, I want to remind you that these are just my opinions and you should always do some research on your own before deciding on things, and hopefully this video will help you on that. So let's get this double analysis started. We're gonna start off with Lightning because ladies first always. Lightning has a massive fan base, which is weird because she comes from probably the most hated trilogy of the main series games of the franchise. Lightning dominated the level 50 era along with Tidus and Igo for many months, and 1 year ago when she received her level 60 awakening and EX weapon, she became relevant once again, thanks to a low DDX and a very nice rework. She fell off since she is a damage dealer, and her damage per turn could not keep up with Cosmos and then later Chaos. All this changed yesterday with her EX realization that comes with a rather complicated kit. I would not recommend Lightning to new players, but I would rather have them start learning the game with more straightforward units. She is a stance unit, and if you played the Final Fantasy XIII games, you are probably very familiar with Commando and Ravager, the two modes that Lightning has in this game. Commando raises Lightning's attacks and max brave, and it can go up to 2 stacks. You can get 1 Commando stack by using her Flourish of Steel or her Brave and HP attacks. At 2 stacks, Commando changes her other skill Spark Strike to Spark Strike Plus, which is basically a stronger version of the skill. Ravager raises Lightning's max brave and speed, and it can also go up to 2 stacks. You can get 1 Ravager stack by using her Spark Strike or her Brave and Plus and HP attacks. At 2 stacks, Ravager changes her Flourish of Steel to the Plus variant, which is also a stronger version of the skill. Her 2 skills are your way of changing her stances, and you can't have both up at the same time, since they cancel each other out, very familiar to Ignis or Penelo. I hope this was a good enough summary of Lightning's base kit. This unit has amazing longevity, and she gets a free skill after every EX use, and her amazing HP++ skill also helps with that as well. Her EX Plus now cancels your target's break status, in addition to her delaying and inflicting thunder resist down on its first HP hit, amplifying her damage output even more. Lightning still gets a ton of free turns from her breaks like King and Aranea, which is one of the main reasons her damage per turn is high enough for Chaos. Keep in mind that Lightning provides a total of 4 buffs to herself, which limits the buff heavy support options for her, and her AoE capabilities are non-existent, but that won't hurt you thanks to her free turns. Recommended artifacts for Lightning are 108 attack and 330 max brave, with 170 initial brave being a good enough consolation price. Now let's see if she's worth investing in or not. If Lightning is one of your favorite units, then I'm sure you've already maxed her out, and between you and me, you will not regret it. If you're just looking for strong units for your roster though, while trying to maximize the value of your resources, then you have more things to consider. Lightning is a speedy DPS that gets free turns from breaking the enemy, and she can delay a lot with her EX skill. If you already have strong physical DPS units with similar roles like Aranea, Vayne, or you're planning to build Shadow or Jack in the near future, then you can safely pass on Lightning, especially if your resources are not looking very good. Now let's see how much you should invest in Lightning if you decide to do so. Giving a book to Lightning tremendously increases her EX potency and allows it to overflow up to 150% of her max brave. It also inflicts thunder resist down on its first HP attack, and increases Lightning's Brave after every HP hit by 20% of the damage dealt, except for the very last EX HP attack, a mechanic which is similar to Garland's EX. Oof, that's one of the best book upgrades I've seen so far. Like I've said earlier, if you don't plan on maxing out Lightning, this is a good investment for a Dimensions End stage. If you decide to move further, then 1 ingot gives Lightning the usual attack and max Brave boost, while also makes her EX skill increase the duration of her buffs by 1 turn. This is the usual 1 ingot upgrade with an upside. Really good, but not worth stopping here. Investing 2 ingots in Lightning allows her to start the stage with her Knight of Etro buff, meaning she can get free turns from breaking immediately. Furthermore, she gets the Onion Knight treatment, meaning her first skill becomes free and instant turn rate, does not increase the turn count, and fills her EX meter to full, so she can use it immediately after. Once again, an amazing upgrade, but Lightning is a DPS unit, and that can only mean one thing. It's 3 out of 3 or nothing. Investing 3 ingots in her allows her EX to re-break an enemy on the first Brave hit, and it changes the Brave hits to 2 Brave plus HP, followed by 3 Brave plus HP, followed by 4 Brave plus HP attack. The EX potency is once again increased tremendously, and her HP++ variants for Commando and Ravager are unlocked. Someone in the developer team must be a huge fan of Lightning, because this is honestly the best EX realization I've seen so far. In conclusion, Lightning wants those 3 ingots if you want to keep using her for the remaining Chaos era. Now that we've covered Lightning, let's go and see how that ninja is doing. We always had the feeling that Square Enix didn't like ninja units, especially back in the level 50 and 60 era. But seeing how good they made them now, I'm beginning to dismiss that thought. Yuffie was the first one, and then Edge, and they were both incredible. Shadow continues the strong ninja momentum with his amazing rework and strong EX realization. Shadow has a good longevity, seeing how he has a total of 21 skills, but you gotta be careful. Shadow is a very speedy unit with high turn rate skills, so that could cause some players to burn through his skills a bit too fast. His damage per turn is always high because every time he dodges an attack or every time he uses a skill, he follows it up with his dog, doing a 4-hit Brave plus HP attack, which also makes Shadow a great shaver. This follow-up attack and his HP plus ignore the enemy's defenses. Shadow himself is a hard unit to hit by the enemy attacks because he gets 60% dodge chance that can go up to 100% for 3 turns with his Bloom skill. But even if the enemy manages to hit him, he has 50% Brave damage reduction from his Interceptor buff. Pair him with Hope and that's a 110 Brave damage reduction. Throw in Beatrix or Galuf and that's a 130% or 140% respectively. That is if the enemy manages to hit him at all. Shadow is an amazing DPS unit, but unfortunately he doesn't have any party utility. I'm not saying that's a deal breaker by any means, but with no utility he can be replaced more easily in any team. So let's see if Shadow is worth investing in or not. Shadow is your cookie cutter physical DPS unit. Like I said earlier, he offers nothing else than pure damage, which is a lot, trust me, but that doesn't make him straight up necessary for any kind of stage. I hate to repeat myself, but if you have strong physical units like Aranea and Vayne, or if you are planning to build Lightning or Jack this month, then you can safely skip Shadow. But of course, if he's one of your favorite units, then go ahead and max him out. You will not regret it whatsoever. Again, if you are a new player, then you should definitely go after this unit because he's very simple to play and he will not disappoint you. Well, let's see how much you should invest in Shadow if you decide to do so, but at this point I'm pretty sure you all know the answer for DPS units. Investing a book in Shadow allows his EX to overflow up to 150 of his max Brave, deal 50% splash damage, and its potency is increased tremendously. Pretty good book upgrade. A very good place to stop if you just want to place Shadow on a Dimensions End stage. Giving 1 ingot to Shadow lets him begin the stage with his intercept buff, meaning he has access to his doggo follow-up attack from the get-go. It also increases his attack by 50% and his max brave by 40%, which is more than your usual attack and max brave boost. A very good upgrade here as well, but not a place to stop. Investing 2 ingots in Shadow allows him to begin the stage with the rest of his buffs, and it also makes his doggo attacks ignore the enemy's defenses, something that helps immensely for his damage per turn. Finally, maxing out Shadow with 3 ingots increases his EX brave hits from 5 to 8, and its overflow to 180%, while tremendously increasing the potency once more. Last but not least, it also unlocks Shadow's HP Plus, an attack which is a single target 2-hit brave plus HP attack that ignores the defense as well, something you will definitely need if you plan on using Shadow. In conclusion, Shadow needs those 3 ingots as a pure damage dealer, or else you can just use a book on him for a one-time use. Now that we've talked about both Shadow and Lightning, let's see if their banner is worth pulling on. You can find my separate Hope video in the EX Plus analysis playlist in the video's description. After everything we've said about Lightning, Shadow and Hope, what do you think? Should you pull for either or all 3 of them? Let me know in the comments below. My suggestion is to definitely pull with either tickets or gems. A triple EX banner is always worth pulling, especially when all 3 featured units are really strong. Like I said earlier, Lightning is not recommended for inexperienced players, but Hope and Shadow are great units to build your roster. And that was it. I hope you stuck with me until the end and that you enjoyed watching or listening to this video. Personally, I am enjoying doing these videos more than just uploading my chaos runs, since nowadays every stage is just too easy with the units we have. I wanna hear what you guys think though. Don't forget to like the video and also consider subscribing if you like my content. Take care guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.